This year is our third annual hiking trip. We've done 2 attempts at longs, 1 unsuccessful and 1 successful. And then this year the plan was to either hike Mount Whitney or Half Dome. So we entered the lottery for each back in April, got rejected on both of those. And so at that time I thought, all right, well, we're not gonna do any big mountains, but maybe we'll hang around Half Dome and maybe get a daily permit, because you can apply 48 hours in advance. So the plan was just to spend those 2 days around Yosemite and hopefully get a day permit. Now, if that didn't work, the next plan was to just hike to the bottom of Subdome and hopefully get a permit from somebody that wasn't using one. The challenge with that is you have to both meet up at the ranger station at Subdome, which means you've already hiked 8 miles to get there. So it's a bit of a risk, but we thought, well, if nothing else, we'll get nice views of Half Dome and the cables, and it'll just be an adventure. And so that was the plan. Now, because we didn't get permits, I didn't really get in shape. In my mind, I thought, well, Half Dome is a nice hike. I thought Whitney was the huge beast. Half Dome was just sort of a more casual hike. No, it's every bit as bad as longs. And in fact, here's a description from the National Park Service. Do not hike Half Dome unprepared. Despite the popularity of this hike, it is not suitable for novice or unfit hikers. In fact, it's commonly listed as one of the hardest hikes in California, often in the top 3. So I went in unprepared, and it turned out to be a huge challenge for me to make it up the hill.
She's like, I mean, you know, Seller's been...
Yeah, Yosemite kicks ass. Been checking out the scenery. Lots to do. Just look at this.
Been here for 5 minutes, man.
Look at this scenery.
Be cool.
I'm having a blast. Yeah. If we get lucky, sometime around 5 o'clock this evening, we'll find out if we got a lottery for Half Dome. If not, we'll hike to the bottom of the dome and then turn around and cry. We just got the news via email. It's not to be, so I guess it's gonna be Subdome, hopefully.
Yep, but it's pretty impressive out there, so cool just being here.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's hard for the camera to do it justice, but it's pretty spectacular.
Rise and shine, little buddy. Is that the bird?
September 8th, 4:15 a.m. I'm not sure what's harder, hiking or the 4 o'clock wake up.
Well, I know it's harder.
Good news is I have darn tough socks again. Really carried me through last time. And new Spatos, blue, fresh soles, ready to hike.
Rule number 7, never hike in a brand new pair of shoes.
Oh boy.
You're gonna get blisters.
No way, these are La Sportivas. They don't give blisters. Plus, I got some moleskins, so I'm covered. I think we're good. I think we're good.
You gotta make sure you tie a double knot in them bad boys so they don't come untied.
You ready to go? That's a scowl. It's quite the scowl.
Are you talking to yourself or me?
Talking to you.
Oh. Yeah,
You angry?
a little bit.
Happy?
We're always angry at the start.
Excited?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go hike and get some of that piss and vinegar out of you. I think normally that thing is about 10 feet wide, but there's not much happening right now.
It's my worst nightmare. It's like a natural stair stepper. Sure is pretty though. I don't think it's worse than Long's Peak though. That vertical chute thing, worst day ever. It's just tiresome, not totally awful.
A little bit of an update on the permit situation. We found several people with single permits, and so we think there's hope. All right, we're in Little Yosemite Valley. 4.73 miles, 2.5 hours. It's nice and flat through here, so we're feeling good. Getting our legs ready for a big climb.
That's the money shot.
We're about 2 miles out. My watch says 6.35 miles. 3 hours, 22 minutes. And our pace is about a 30-minute mile, give or take. So 2 miles, we should be up there in about an hour from here.
We're at least making it to the subdome, hoping to get a permit. But it kind of looks like the Matterhorn. It's pretty spectacular. Whew, and I am nauseous and tired. Whew, this is every bit as bad as Long's Peak. All right, let's see if we can get in.
We're coming up to the top of Subdome right now. We're sitting at about 4 hours, 10 minutes, about 7.5 miles. Travis is back there taking a little break, but I wanted to at least get to where the ranger station is, where they're checking permits, and see if I can't talk our way in, or up, I should say. But
this is Michael. He gave us new life. We had no permit, and he found some that weren't used and let us use them. So thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right, thank you. Now the thing about getting the permit, that was great, but you think you're going to get the permit and then just see the cables. No, you got to hike up the Subdome, which is a 600 vertical foot climb straight upwards. I was ready to quit on that portion, and then you kind of come up over the crest and you see the cables up on the mountain. And then you really start to get intimidated. It looks like, it's hard to explain. You can look at a lot of pictures, but it's a 45-degree pitch. It looks like it's straight up, and then you've got these cables running up. It's a huge challenge. So here we are on the Subdome. Look how ridiculous this thing is. Oh my gosh. Oh. To stop every 10 steps.
this is the top of Subdome. And as we just keep going, makes you wonder if people ever get up there and freeze, panic, shit, or I don't know, do whatever. But this is incredible high. Guess this is where you decide if you're going to the next step. There we go. Are you in or are you out?
I'm a no-go on this one. Cramping up, feeling nauseous. That thing is like a straight vertical up. Ain't gonna make it. Kind of feel like a cop-out, but just not happen today. I'll watch Eddie go up.
And then we'll start going. It's only about 500 feet, so. Wow. Thanks. Oop. That's to the top up here. I made it. It's crazy. Well, look what we have here. On the way down the hill, guess who decided to summit Half Dome? This mofo right here. And he's going strong. We're almost to the top. The breeze is like a cool small breeze. Look at the top right there. See people sitting up there, hanging out. Yep. Knuckles. Nice work. Stretch that shit out. Take that pack off. It's got a couple cramps, but guess what? Made it to the top. You just need a little breather. What do you have to say for yourself? Are you proud of yourself? Do you feel like you're about to pass away? If you ain't, suck some water down, get some food. I'm up here. Couldn't have a video with me quitting at the bottom and Eddie at the top. I cramped up like a marathon runner at the finish. But here it is. Now we only got 8 miles back. Holy crap. All right, that's Travis right there. He's on the outside, on the left. I'm not sure why he's on the outside. He probably got tired of waiting because that's what I did. But you can see him coming on the outside. And just give you an idea how big that is. He's about halfway down. Hiking up this morning to the top of Half Dome. We were a little stressed out. Me and Travis were, and we weren't quite sure what we were gonna do. We're kind of rolling the dice, and we were asking people, hey, if they had any extra permits. So we get up to the bottom of where the ranger is at Subdome, and I'm sitting there and I'm talking to the ranger, trying to figure out how me and Travis are gonna bust through and get a permit to move on. And I tell the ranger I need 2 permits, and out of the smoke of the trees, the fog, Josh comes. He puts his hand up and he says, "I got you." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I got 2." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, he saved us." So what was a stressful morning of walking up there and not really knowing our fates to get to the summit. Josh stepped up and saved us. His brother-in-law Tom saved us just a few minutes ago with water. We were all thirsty. He had a filter. We got some out of that little river, lake, whatever you call it right there, and we're good to go. Found like we found new friends. They saved us on the trail, and hopefully we can get to the bottom and share a beer. What do you think of that, guys? How did you guys see that story go down?
Yeah, exactly like you said.
Within minutes of you being there, you had your permit.
Yeah, it was amazing. We made it to the bottom. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Thank you for all your help. They saved us. I don't know, Cindy, they probably haven't told you the story yet, but they
used
saved
your
us.
permit.
We got to the top.
You're welcome.
All right. You saved us. Yes, thank you.
Anytime.
You gave me